Yeah, hey everyone, it's Brian. It's August 9th, Sunday evening. Just got back from a camping trip this weekend. So, yeah, it was an epic trip. Hiking into some mountains, camping over a couple nights, doing some day hikes. It was amazing, but tired and didn't get a chance to do a lot of research. So, let's just jump in, take a look at where we came last week and where we're going this week, maybe. So, we've got some news on the wire here. We've got China-U.S. tensions rising a little bit more, and also I guess we got this executive action to get some more stimulus money out because Congress and the Senate couldn't come up with an agreement. So we've got a bunch of those headlines. Plus we've got some earnings again coming up this week. Some big companies, Cisco, Baidu, uh, Royal Caribbean, Melly, pod company Telray, Neo. That's been a hot ticket item here. Chinese EV company. Marriott, and then of course gold's been in the news a lot and had a nice run up. Applied Materials, Lyft, of course, Uber has already reported. So yeah, we got a lot of earnings coming up this week. In a nutshell, let's take a look at the markets. What we did this week: incredible transports just breaking out here this week, up almost 6% on the week, and went out near the high too, which is amazing. So we're pretty close to getting back over this 11,000 level, and everything is looking like it's going to head higher. If you believe in the Dow theory, which means transports and the Dow have to go higher together, then this would be looking like we are going to go higher. And let's take a look at how the day looked on the transports again. Really a nice breakout day here. RSI on the daily is getting a little bit overbought. Volume light on the Friday, but sometimes that'll happen on Fridays, obviously. So let's take a look at the Dow. The Dow, big week, up almost 4%, and we're right back, or actually we broke through these previous closes and opens, and yeah, we're through the 27,000 mark quite easily. It looks like we are heading higher. So good to stay invested in this market. The day looked like, again, kind of a light day on Friday, lighter volume. Yeah, not to be expected in the summer, unexpected. SPY again, right back. I think we're at a new time. It's a new high here, isn't it? High 335.62. We're almost there, and I suspect we'll go there next week. Volume again dropping off here. That's the only thing that's a little concerning here is volume does tend to be looked like it's dropping off, but we're still grinding higher. The pain trade is still higher. And the Qs going up here, although they did pull back quite a bit off the weekly high here, which is kind of interesting. There was a bit of a rotation on Friday. We'll take a look at that in a minute. Again, the Qs down on Friday, but what really performed well was the IWM, the small caps. They are the ones where the money was flowing into, especially later in the week. And you can see here we're up 6% essentially on the week. And again, volume a little bit anemic. Stochastic still rising, RSI still rising. So I think the small caps is good place to be in. And of course, Andrew's been trading that in the day trading room. TNA is a good way to trade that if you're looking for an ETF. And you can see here, nice breakout on Friday, up 1.6% on the small caps, and again breaking this prior high quite handily. So in the week, and the VIX. So again, the VIX is just continuing to drop lower. So that gives you an indication we are going to continue to go higher as the VIX goes lower. And we had a bit of a bounce here. We're expecting that. I mean, that was a pretty big sell-off on the yield. So we've had a bit of a bounce here on the yields, and so we'll keep an eye on that to see if this 0.55-ish level can hold here on the 10-year yield. See if we can head back up again. Zero interest rates is probably not a good thing. Let's take a quick look at the dollar. The dollar, I think, also bounced a bit. probably coming up a bit with the yields. And there you go, a little bit of a bounce there on the dollar. um, so we always look at money rotation, what's going into sectors, what's coming out of them. And again, the sort of the technology, the XLK, see, you could see the money come out on Friday. Again, communication, I almost think of the two a little bit the same here. Their money came out of that one as well. But industrials really broke out, again, sort of along with the same line as the transports. And some of the other things, that materials kind of just hanging in there. Energy really not doing too much, still probably oversupply, underutilization. Healthcare kind of just bouncing along here. We're holding this 50 moving average. And two of the stocks that really stood out to me on Friday especially were the utilities. This is typically a safety trade. It's where people go when interest rates go to zero or go to a drop, looking for yield. Utilities did break out today, or Friday I should say. And the other one that really stood out was the XLF. Even as the interest rates were dropping, it's funny, the financials were just still hanging in there. That's typically not what you see. You usually see them selling off as yields drop, because that's one of the ways the financials make money, is the spread between the long and the short dated securities. But and then we had a bit of a pop on Friday with the yields, and financials broke out. So that's why I took along on FAS, which is the ETF for the financials. And the REITs had a pretty nice day as well. So Friday, rotation of money into financials, utilities, and REITs, and the industrials, which looked particularly good, and primarily came out of the technology side of things. So let's finish things off quickly here with the current holds. DBA, the agriculture fund, still in that. It came up a bit and unfortunately pulled back on Friday, but I'm in it around 1390 or thereabouts. So I'm still expecting this to go up, so I'm not overly concerned yet anyway. This was the trade I took on Friday. FAS broke out here, and so took along on this one. So I'm looking for it to get, maybe fill this gap here. Maybe we get to 39. It can move a lot because it's a levered ETF, or at least 38, and then we'll see if we can get up to, after that, maybe 40. Mentioned that in the room. HDU, I'm back in the gold trade again after this pullback, and now I'm just holding on to some of it. Smaller position, looking for a bit of a bounce. Hopefully we'll get one tomorrow. Looks like gold is up, silver is up as well right now. In the futures markets, ICE, I took along and I sold some of it, but I'm still holding some because it looks like it's on the verge of breaking out here. Big volume day Friday. Looking for another follow-through day on Monday. Intel, just hanging on to a little bit of it here. I sold some, but I'm hoping that it just holds this 48. This is kind of a level I want to see it. I don't want to see it close too much below there. Otherwise, I'll just bail on it. Bit of a higher volume day Friday on that sell-off. Of course, technology sold off a little bit as well. So just hoping to hold some and get a longer-term trend on this one going. LABU, still holding on to some of that. Again, silver trade, still holding on to some of that as long as we hold these moving averages here. Hoping for a pop tomorrow. Penn Gaming, really nice breakout here, and still have some of that. So that's it, everybody. So I hope you all had a good weekend. I certainly did have a good weekend, and like I said, we'll see everyone in the Bear Bull Trading Room in the morning, 8:30. Pre-market show starts, and 9:30 we'll be trading the open. And of course, this is my book on Amazon on how to swing trade if you haven't checked it out already. So have a good rest of the evening, everybody, and hopefully we'll see you in the room tomorrow. Bye for now.